Hey guys, I'm Jarrod Horder here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Batman v Superman movie. But before I get into this, I just want you to know that this will contain a lot of spoilers, so if you have not yet seen the movie, do not watch this video. Now, let's get straight into it. I thought the movie was pretty good. There were some parts that I didn't like, which I'm going to discuss, and some parts I really liked. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of I'm going to be talking a lot about the other Batman series, the Dark Knight Rises and stuff. In that series, there was a rule that Batman had, which was that he won't kill anyone. And that was always a really good rule, but they broke that in this movie. Like, he kills people in this movie. I mean, that's just how they made the movie, and I wish that he would, he brutally killed people and stuff, and I just thought and he was kind of evil in it, like he kind of seemed like the bad guy in it, like the way he looked at Superman and the way he talked about him, and I just thought, Batman seems like the evil guy, but and Superman, for example, Superman was in the Man of Steel. It's played by the same guy, but it's at the end of the day, I don't really think it was good how they made him die. Superman dies in the movie, and I thought it was kind of bad that they've kind of made him die, but yet again, that kind of makes the story better. So I can see why that's an important thing, but I thought it was kind of a crappy, sad thing to have in the movie. But one thing I really liked about the movie was how the baddie was Lex Luthor, and I liked the guy that played him, Jesse Eisenberg, I think it was. I think he was really good in that movie. I think he suited Lex really good, but the only weird thing is that he really didn't suit what Lex looked like in the comics and stuff. Like, he was a massive, bold guy, but in this he was like a short, long-haired, weirdo type scientist freak guy. So they've just done a lot of changes to the movie, But I always knew from the start that obviously they're not going to decide on who wins, because at the end of the day, Superman's invincible and Batman's only a billionaire. So you can't really... Obviously Superman's going to win, but but obviously I kind of liked how it was obviously obvious that they would end up having to work together in the movie. Like, obviously they're not going to make one beat the other, but most of the movie is Batman kicking Superman's ass. But I like Doomsday. Like, he was a really good character because he was like all like freakazoids, but I kind of wish he was in it for longer. Like, he was only in it for a period of like 6 minutes, and all he was doing was exploding the world and Metropolis and stuff. So, that was a bit disappointing, because I feel like they should have done more with Doomsday. But Doomsday's from the comics. Like, he's had a long history. He wasn't just introduced in that movie. Now, one of the big things in it I was really disappointed in, is I wish that they had more of the Flash and more of Aquaman in it. Because, they're really good characters. Like, obviously the Flash has a whole TV series, and I didn't understand why the guy who plays the Flash, Grant Gustin, wouldn't have played, like I just found that weird. Like, why get another guy again? Like, Grant Gustin's a great Flash guy, if you know what I mean. And Aquaman, I think they built it up for a second movie. I really think there's going to be a second movie, because at the end it shows her, like, looking at the videos and recordings of these guys, of Aquaman and the Flash, but I just wish they were in it more, if you know what I mean. But Wonder Woman, I feel like she was a character that they just shoved in there for some extra movie time. Like, she was just a girl, and she wasn't even in it for long, and I think she should have had her own movie. I think there should be a Wonder Woman series. I really do. And I didn't quite like how, she was just a girl dressed up in a dress, and then she just becomes Wonder Woman, and there's photos of her back in the 1700s, and I just, she should have had her own movie. It should have a movie about her origin. Now, another thing in this movie was the way the Batman had a lot of suits. Now, obviously, he's always had some suits, but one of them, that metal suit, was just to make him look badass. But at the end of the day, you just love the simple Batman suit he had, not that metal one with the glowing eyes and the weird stuff like that. Something that really annoyed me about the Batman thing, in all Batmans, is that we all know the story of how he fell down the well and bats swarmed him and stuff, and then they lifted him up throughout the well and stuff. What annoys me is, in the first original in the 3 that were made in the past couple years, he's running with a friend in a garden and he falls. In this one, it's him running away from the funeral because he's upset and falls. I just don't get that. I don't know why they keep changing it. I also kind of found, I know this sounds bad, but I liked how it showed, like, as the credits came, it showed the slow-mo of, like, the whole robbery of his parents being killed. I thought that was kind of the way they did that. But I feel like they should have more about the killer. Like, you never really find out him trying to get him and stuff. So I was a bit disappointed about that. But I still I feel like it happens with a lot of movies. The classics came out, like, obviously they weren't classics, the last 3 Batman series movies. They weren't classics because they were only made in like 2010 and 11 and 12 and stuff, but they're still, they were the best. They were better than the ones with Jim Carrey as a Riddler and those people. But they've tried to make it all futuristic, and I just loved how in the Batman series how he just went from a guy who was a small-time guy who worked really hard to get to where he was. But in this one, he's just this rich dickhead who just feels like he wants to kill Superman, an immortal guy from Kryptonite, because he accidentally zoomed lasered his friend in the building at the start of the movie. But look, it was a decent movie. Like, I was very disappointed about the Flash part, and it was an okay movie. I'm gonna give you a rating out of 10 at the end of this review, because I'm gonna do that with all my reviews. I'm gonna do my own, reviews, and I kind of thought that, like, the movie was building up to a second movie, if you know what I mean. It had a good storyline to it and stuff. I wish Wonder Woman was in it more, but yet again, I think she should have just had her own movie. I kind of found it, what annoyed me, and there's this guy called Jimmy Kimmel, who's like this comedian in America or something, and they did it, you know the scene where they're like at the party that Lex met, and they meet each other, and he's like, and Clark Kent's like, what's your position on the Bat Vigilante, and then they disagree on all that. Well, they did that again with Jimmy Kimmel, and it's hilarious, and they make a good point though. Superman walks around with no mask. He has no mask, yet they can't see that it's Clark Kent because he has a pair of glasses on. Like, that's just ludicrous. You can't do that. Like, it's obvious. At least with Batman, he has a mask and stuff like that, and that's good. And look, at the end of the day, I'm a Batman guy all the way. I'm a DC guy all the way. I do like the Iron Mans and all those, but I just love the origin of Batman. You know what I mean? I love the origin they gave him in the 3 Dark Knight Rises and stuff movies. And we all knew that they weren't going to make them actually kill each other, but I found it a bit strange how Batman could just make him, like, lose his powers. Like, that's a bit weird, if you know what I mean. Like, at least I liked how Batman was like, he built all his stuff himself, but Superman's just like a supernatural guy, if you know what I mean. But look, overall, this was an okay movie, so I'm gonna give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5, so it got about 75%. Because I think if the Flash and stuff were more in it, I think I'd give it at least an 8.5 out of 10. But You know, that's just the movie, but I think they're building up for the next one. So I will definitely do a review on the second one if they make one. But yeah, so it was really 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 good. I'm gonna be doing a thing, and it's gonna be I'm gonna call it Review Thursday, where I'm going to upload a review video on a movie or a TV show every Thursday. This will be announced, so I know this has been uploaded I think it will be uploaded on the Sunday, if not a Monday, but I'm filming this on a Sunday. But this is the only time. The rest I'm hoping to do them on Thursdays, but it could change. Okay, I know I haven't been uploading a lot lately, but you know, things have just been going on. I've been very busy. But thank you very much for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope I gave you a lot of information on the movie. And yeah, thank you for listening.